All right, guys, welcome. I'm so excited to be here with you guys tonight. My name is Bianca Baez. I'm a regional sales director with this amazing company. That means that my team's doing over $25,000 a month in sales to $50,000 a month with this amazing platform. Me personally, I started with these services because I needed them. I'm sure most of you guys are here tonight because of social media, right? And that's exactly how I met my mentor is through social media. I was actually the person who was creeping on his page, just liking everything, right? So, my mentor, being an amazing mentor that he is, Mr. Rob Santiago, he went ahead and reached out to me because he's seen I kept liking everything on his Facebook page, right? So he slid into my DMs and is like, "Hey, B, I see you liking all my credit stuff. What's going on? Do you have bad credit? Like, do you want to make more money? Do you mind helping people?" I was like, I have bad credit. Okay. I had $350,000 worth of medical debt at the age of 23 because of a horrible car accident. And let's be honest, they weren't going to see that money out of me, right, guys? I was 23, brand new baby, 3 months old. I didn't have 350K sitting in the bank. Let's be real. And then, of course, did I need more money? When he asked me that, that question really hit home for me, guys. I had actually just got denied for a house in Sulphur Springs. And anybody from Florida, Tampa, we all know Sulphur Springs is not the best area that you really want to be raising children in, right? Like, we can all agree. If you guys know anything about Sulphur Springs, drop a one in the chat. Let these people know it's not the best area to be raising kids in, right? But it's what I had to do at the time because it's what I could afford and it's what I could really do to make sure that my kids had a roof over their head, right, guys? You guys see the chat lighten up. It's not what you want to do, but it's what I had to do. It's what I was being forced to do as a mom to just make sure that we had everything we needed, right? So he asked me that question and I was like, yes, I need more money. This lady's trying to double my deposit down on this house. She just denied me for a wrongful eviction. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I needed it. I needed to get out of my current situation. And then, of course, he asked me, do you mind helping people? I mean, I personally came from a customer service background, being in the food industry for about 12 years. I loved helping people. I loved having people try my food and enjoy themselves when they're around me. I love people, making them smile, right? It just made me feel good. And I was kind of at the point, guys, where I was desperate. I was willing to do anything and everything I could to get my credit fixed, make more money, and just get out of this situation that I was in, guys. So when he asked me those three questions, I was like, yes, 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 sign me up. Like, he didn't have to sell me anything, guys. I had faith. I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, what's the worst that can happen? I can get my credit fixed, right? Oh, so horrible, right? Like, and all I had to do was help three people and I made my investment back. So I actually signed me and my husband up on a credit card in the same moment. And it was one of those things that I don't recommend it to my clients, but if you are desperate, like I was really desperate. I was like, no, all I have to do is help six people and I can go ahead and make my money back, get my credit fixed at the same time, and get my family out of the situation that we're in. And guys, here I am 3.5 years later, regional sales director with the company. And I am proud to say that I took that leap of faith and took that chance on my mentor and believed him. And all I was looking for was somebody to share some information with me. Can we all agree that that information like this should be free to the people? I thought I had to live 7 years with all of that medical debt on my credit, guys. I thought that was what I was going to have to do. Within 90 days of this program, my credit score went up over 120 points and I was already making money with the company. So that's a little bit of my testimony that I wanted to share with you guys and let you know that it really did change my life. The services work, and this is what we're here and what we're going to share with you tonight. So let me go ahead and start sharing my screen with you guys. Let's see. And I hope you guys are excited tonight. You know, at the end of the day, all we want to do is help educate the community and let people know that you don't have to live with bad credit. You don't have to be depending on your boss to approve those overtime hours, because that's where I was at. I was asking for more and they didn't want to give me more because they didn't want to pay me more. So this here, a little introduction to God's plan. This is our team. This is some of our team out in Atlanta. We are building a family, right? Like all of these individuals here impact my life on an everyday basis. And they mean a lot to me because not only am I helping them build an empire, they're helping me build an empire. And we're all seeing results and helping people see the same, right? So, about the company, it's called United Credit Education Services. They are a nonprofit organization founded in 2004, headquarters in Farmington Hills, Michigan. We have a unique collection of services carefully selected to provide financial protection and opportunity. I mean, at the end of the day, it was a huge opportunity for me, guys. And then we're a completely debt-free company that has helped thousands of people. We have actually helped get rid of over 2 million derogatory remarks just in our short time of being in business. I mean, 17 years for most companies, you know, that's a huge achievement, right? But when you think of companies that have been around for hundreds of years, it's not a long time, but we've made a huge impact on the community for sure. And then, of course, we've had the same key executives since the inception of the company, which I love that because they were basically here from the birth of the company to now, right? And why is this more important than ever, guys? Because the single biggest difference between financial success and financial failure is how well you actually manage your money, guys. And it's simple. To master your money, you must manage your money, because if you're not mastering it, you're not going to be able to manage it, right? Because if somebody goes ahead and drops $50,000 in your lap tomorrow, I can almost guarantee you within the next 6 months, all that money is going to be gone because you don't know how to actually manage that money, guys. So we're not taught financial literacy in school. It takes a lot of time to change your thinking and to actually become financial literate. I know I personally didn't learn about it. I think we had a 30-minute class in economics. And at the end of the day, that's not enough. You know what I mean? Because you're going out at 18 into this world where everything isn't based on credit with no knowledge on it, right? Can we all agree on that? Drop some flames in the chat if financial literacy needs to be taught in high school. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go ahead and go through 5 shocking facts that most people don't know about their finances. I know I personally didn't know these statistics in the beginning, right? And that the first one is going to be Americans are drowning in a total of $1.057 trillion in credit card debt as of March 2019. Guys, drop in the chat what's happened since March 2019. Let me know what has happened since then. Everybody, let me know. Yes, go ahead. Let's go. It's a pandemic, guys. A pandemic has literally happened since 2019. So can we all agree that the numbers have gone up since then? And then, of course, 56% of people in the US have no rainy day fund. That's where I was at. I was trying to move into this apartment or into this home, into Sulphur Springs, not one of the best neighborhoods in the area. And the lady's dangling the keys in my face. And she's like, oh, your deposit's another $1,500 on top of what we thought because your credit's not that great. So here I am, all of my stuff packed up, ready to go. And she's telling me I have to come up with another $1,500 just to be able to move in, guys. Please mute your lines, guys. If you can hear me and you're not muted, go ahead and mute your lines. So I was robbing Peter to pay Paul, guys. I had to go to Amscot to get my $500 loan and then go to my bank and take out another $500 loan and then borrow $500 from my mom and figure out how am I going to pay all of them back? My job's not giving me any overtime, right? How am I going to go ahead and do this? All right, so the next one is going to be 46% of baby boomers have less than $10,000 saved for retirement. Can we all agree that the past repeats itself? If our grandparents don't have it, what are we going to do differently so that way we can make sure that we have it and we can make sure that our kids have it, right, guys? I mean, what are we going to do? What I'm 40 years working for a company is not the answer. It's not the solution. And our grandparents and our parents have proven that to us time and time again, right? And then, of course, 40% of millennials have actually spent money that they didn't have to keep up with friends, and most people keep it a secret. I mean, I've been that person back in the day before I had the financial knowledge, right? I mean, I was the one going to Applebee's and buying drinks on my credit card, thinking, oh, it's not a big deal, right? But at the end of the day, it is. So let's see. You know, this is the last statistic and the most shocking in my opinion, and that's 43 million Americans have a credit score of 599 or less. That was me, guys. I was the customer that had a 580. All right. So with my 580, like I told you guys, I took that leap of faith with Rob. I told him, I said, I have to do this. I was desperate for a change. I'm willing to listen to you. He sounded so genuine. I really believed him, guys. And I knew God told me, like, listen, just trust this man, listen to what he has to say, and let's get it taken care of, right? Because poor credit can fill people with anxiety, embarrassment, frustration, fear, confused. That was me when I was getting denied. Why is this happening to me, God? I've paid my bills on time. I know I have some collections and stuff, but why is this happening? And I was so embarrassed at the end of the day. But it's really nothing to be ashamed of, guys, because it happens to great people all the time. Can we all agree that, I know personal doctors that have bad credit? Just because they have degrees and MDs and all that kind of stuff doesn't mean that they were truly educated in their finances and, debt and what it can really, how it can hurt you. You know what I mean? And then, of course, in contrast, having a strong credit score leaves people feeling confident, excited. It leaves them feeling abundant. And once I got that credit score up, that was me. So ultimately, guys, a good credit score is going to open up possibilities to create the lifestyle you desire. And that's exactly what it did for me. What does that mean? It means new houses, new cars, lower interest rates on credit cards, loans, higher limits, contracts without security deposits. That was me in December. In March last year, I actually got laid off from my job. And when I got laid off from my job, my dad passed away on the same day, guys. I mean, I didn't know what to do with my life at that point, guys. I just lost my best friend. I lost both of my jobs in the same hour, guys. And I didn't know what I was going to do, but I was blessed to have had this opportunity and been working and building it. December, I went and applied for my brand new truck. I went in there, they ran my credit. And you know what they told me, guys, at the age of 32? They said, you're approved. We don't even need to see proof of income. And all you have to do is sign here on the dotted line. You get a 6% interest rate because of your amazing credit. You know how that left me feeling? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that left me feeling amazing. I was like shocked looking at these people. I mean, can we all agree that everybody's used to paying deposits? Everybody's used to having to show proof of income, right? I mean, that's what I was used to. All right, so we're gonna go into these 12 life-changing products, and they really are life-changing, guys. The budgeting tool helped me get my budgeting in order, credit restoration, credit builder, credit attorney, credit monitoring, debt payoff, financial lockbox, identity monitoring. We give you a net worth tool, a savings goal, a will and trust, a YFL family mint, and all 12 of these services are included in your protection plan. Now, I know a majority of you are either here for the credit restoration or interested in making more money, right? So of course, we're going to go ahead and lead off with that. So our credit education services can actually assist you in challenging the credit bureaus to remove inaccurate, obsolete, and erroneous items from your credit report. You can easily restore your score and maximize your financial opportunities. And then of course, you do have access to the credit builder. It gives you an easy to understand online form format, and you can utilize the extensive financial library and resource center to assist in increasing your financial potential. Then we give you credit monitoring. This is actually one of my favorite services because I'm sure most of you guys are used to checking on Credit Karma. You pay off your credit card and you're there checking it every week and you're like, no increase, no nothing. I paid this off 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And we're kind of in the economy where we like to see instant results, right? So with this credit monitoring service, they actually give you 24/7 up-to-date results. You can easily go in there, refresh. I normally tell my clients, check about every 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Because then you can easily see what's going on, what needs to happen in your next step. And I love it. It helped me out a lot, guys. And then of course we have the credit attorney, and our attorneys will evaluate your case for difficult to remove, inaccurate items on your credit report. If they're legitimate, they will sue the agency to clean up your report, in which case you may be entitled to compensation. So that is amazing and powerful to me, guys, because those services right there are worth hundreds of dollars, right? Because everyone sold separately would be way too expensive. And then this here is how your actual credit score is calculated. A lot of the time, people think credit cards are the devil. They're bad. You cannot use them. You cannot leave a balance on it. No, that's what our old generation was taught, right? But in contrast, you have to have credit. If you want the perfect 850 credit score, you actually need 30 years of on-time payment history. So the largest part of your credit score is actually going to be 35%, and that's your payment history. On-time payments versus delinquencies in the last 24 months are more important. Payment history, one late payment can drop your credit score 50 to 100 points, guys. So I was that person, big borrowing and stealing from Paul and to pay Paul, and you know what I mean, just to make sure I didn't have those late payments. And thank God I did, because late payments was something I didn't have to worry about, right? And then of course the next section is going to be 30% capacity and amounts owed. So that's your debt to available credit ratio. If you have a $2,000 credit limit, and typically credit card companies tell you don't leave a utilization over 30%. That's because it does drop your score just as much as a late payment. It could potentially drop your score. But I tell my clients 10%, guys. 10%. If you want to be in the elite club of having that credit, you want to have less than 10% on your credit card. So what's 10% of $2,000? That's less than $200, guys. So at the end of the day, you don't want to have to worry about leaving these high balances, paying a lot of interest on it, because all you're doing is paying the credit card company's light bills. That's how they get paid from you guys. I would rather you pay the bill off in full, wait a week for it to report, and then if you need to use it again, hey, use it again. That's what they're there for, right? If anything, credit cards are actually the safest way to make purchases, because when you use a credit card, you are not liable for if something happens with that, if there's fraud, if they lose your package, if anything, that credit card company is responsible for it. So I always let my customers know, use it, but don't leave a balance, right? And then of course we want to go into 50%, which is your length of credit. The older your credit age, the higher your points are going to be. So a hard lesson I had to learn, guys, coming into the credit game, I had a credit card that was probably about 7, 8 years old, and I only had one at the time. So I was like, well, let me go ahead and open up another credit card so I can, start expanding my credit profile, increasing my debt to available credit ratio, and it crashed my score. Like, it dropped my score because I went from having 8 years on time payment history. Then they take the median. So I had a brand new card, an 8-year-old card, and my history dropped down to 4 years, guys. Worse, it was the hardest lesson I had to learn in the credit game. Okay, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, because it was pretty disheartening to see that. But of course, as you build that age of history, it does go up for you guys. So then 10% is going to actually be new credit inquiries. You don't want to have more than 2 inquiries at a time. If you do, then that means that you're most likely desperate for credit and you're shotgunning your social everywhere. And credit card companies, they pick up on that, because they see if you got 10, 20, 30 hard inquiries, oh, no. We are not going to approve this person. They are trying to apply everywhere. And to our knowledge, they might not even pay their bills on time, right? And then, of course, it's going to go, the last 10% is going to be types of credit. They want to see installment loans versus revolving. An installment loan is going to be like, let's say, a payday advance from your bank. You get $1,000 line of credit limit. After you pay that $1,000 off, they close it, versus a revolving, which is going to be your actual credit card. That means that you can pay the balance off at the end of every month, and then the credit is available to you again at the beginning of next month. And then, of course, it comes down to mortgage and car loans. Those are other types of credit that they like to see in your profile. So the next set of programs that we offer here to organize your financial future is actually going to be our budgeting tool. Most people spend money and they're at the end of the week, they're like, where'd it go, right? You get paid on Friday, you're broke on Saturday. And with this budgeting tool, you can easily add in your budget, look through it, add it in. It's going to let you know exactly where your money is going, all of your expenses, and it's going to show you a report to follow your progress each month and make the necessary changes to come in under budget, because that's our goal. You know what I mean? And then, of course, we have an amazing net worth tool. I bet half of you on this call don't even know what your net worth is. Assets versus liabilities, right? It's okay to know Jeff Bezos' net worth, but we don't even know our own. No, guys, we got to turn this around. We got to let our kids know their net worth. We got to let our family know their net worth, right? Because that's important. We want to leave a legacy to our children. And then, of course, we have an amazing program called the YFL Family Mint Program. It's implemented in schools across America. You can now bring the Family Mint online educational portal into your home and enhance the financial knowledge amongst the children in your life. This is something that me and my team are focused on getting into the schools, into high school and into middle school, so that way we can go ahead and educate that youth and let them know how to utilize their credit wisely, so that way they're not 18, 19 making the same mistakes I did, right, guys? I don't want my kids to have to worry about that, and I definitely don't want your kids to have to worry about that. And then, of course, we give you a debt payoff tool. I paid off all of my consumer debt by leveraging the extra income that I made with this program and the debt payoff tool right here, guys. Most of our income, most of our debt is consumer debt, spending money on things that you truly do not need to live, right? So then, of course, like I said, we go into your identity monitoring, because we know Tampa is like every 2 seconds, somebody's identity is getting stolen. I'm sure everybody else from across the nation, you guys see it on a regular basis. We give you a will, power, and trust. This is something that's really close to home to me, guys. Like I told you, last year in March, my father passed away, my best friend, and he had everything in place, guys, but he didn't have it proper. He didn't have it signed legally. So that left me in a really hard spot with my siblings, and they're reading all this paperwork, seeing my name as the executor, and they're not excited about it. I had one sister that was not excited about it, right? And she's like, no. And I'm like, look, this is what Papi wanted. This is what we're gonna do. And at the end of the day, that's why willpower and trust is so important. As soon as you complete these documents, please go and get them notarized and signed, or else they will not be legal documents. If I could leave you with anything after tonight, is get that will and trust. It's very important. If you pass away, you want to know that your kids are taken care of, your life insurance is going to the right place, your home, and any assets that you acquire along your journey, right? And then, of course, we give you a financial lockbox. This is important because of this. If I lose my ID and I'm standing in the airport and they're like, ma'am, who are you? I can pull up my financial lockbox, and it's going to have a copy of the front and the back of my driver's license. They can see everything that I have there, my birth certificate. God forbid there's a fire in my house, you know what I mean? And everything burns down. I have a complete financial online lockbox that has all of my most important documents. And then, of course, a savings goal. You guys want 6 months worth of your bills, utilities, cars, anything in your household saved up. That's a real rainy day fund. And if you can't even envision having that right now, what are you going to do when you get old to retire? Like we went back to those $10,000 statistics. They don't have it. Baby boomers don't have 10 grand in the bank. So how are we going to change that for us and our children? by having a savings goal. So we do offer an array of products that we include because obviously we want to make sure that we jam pack all of the services that we can for our clients. So we give a shop for less app. All of the places that you shop on a regular basis, you're able to go ahead and get discounts through that. And I know a lot of our business partners use it on a regular basis, and they actually end up getting hundreds of dollars worth of gift cards on money that they were going to spend anyways, right? And then we do offer a travel club. We actually have a personalized team that looks for the best rates around the clock for us so that we're able to get the best deals. And most of the time, they're actually 10% cheaper than if you were to go ahead and book through a third party. And then, of course, we give you Clever RX because, I mean, at the end of the day, we're going through willpower and trust. We're going through finances in order, getting your credit in order. And we know that medical bills are really expensive, right? So we want to make sure that you guys have the ability to maybe get a discount or two on your medicine or your children's medicine. I know I personally have some business partners that their kids are kind of going through it right now, and they could possibly use this for the discounts, right? And then here is one of my most favorite programs is Credit My Rent. I've had a lot of clients start in this program. It's only $9.95 to start with, and they're seeing 30, 60, 130 point increases in their first 30 days. Because why, guys? Our rent is the largest monthly expense. Can we all agree on that? How much is your rent? Drop it in the chat. Show these people how much you're paying every single month and you're not getting credit for it. But guess what? Now you can pay $10, get credit for it, and it shows off as a paid off trade line. And I know 8 out of 10 of my clients that are coming to me, they have nothing reporting positively for them. And the best benefit about this program is you can actually report it for you and your spouse for the same exact price, all at the same time. And I let my clients know, hey, listen, you and your husband are coming to me with bad credit right now. Start both of you on a secured card, add him as an authorized user. Boom. Now you're both building credit with the same investment. Same thing with Credit My Rent. Spend that $10, report your rent, put you and hubby's name on there, get both of y'all's credit score up at the same time, same investment. Can we all agree that if the light bill don't get paid, if the car note doesn't get paid, that rent is going to get paid? I mean, I know that. I'd rather lights go out than me be homeless, right? So this is our UCES protection plan roadmap. And it just walks you through the process, right? So you get started by activating your services. Months 2 to 3, we start working on building your credit score. Months 4 to 6, we work on any outstanding debt through your debt payoff program. Months 7 to 9, we establish your family security, your willpower and trust, and things like that. And then of course, through month 10 and 12, we are actually able to go ahead and stay on top of your finances, guys. And then, of course, we give you an easy online app. You can download it for free from the Play Store or the App Store. I love it because it gives me easy access to my letters, to my credit builder, my monitoring, because I'm kind of obsessed with that smart credit. They shouldn't have gave us 24-hour easy update access on that thing because I love checking it. I love seeing, like today I had a 1 point increase and I was like, yes, 1 point closer to 800, right? That's my goal right now. And then of course, you know, guys, to take control of your financial future today, it's only an initial investment of $188, and that includes your one-time setup fee and your first month of service included. It gives you access to all 12 of these products that personally have changed my life. I've seen my first results in my first 45 days. I had 6 collections accounts deleted. My credit score went up 60 points. After 90 days, 120 points, like 188, it saved me thousands. It literally saved me thousands and thousands of dollars. None of them have came back to my report because they knew what they were reporting was illegal. So we do give you a customer referral program, and it gives you the opportunity to go ahead and refer 5 people to the services, and you can waive your fee. I mean, I know 5 people, I can make one post on Facebook and find 25 people of who need these services. So why not bless somebody else with the information, bless them with a new home, a lower car interest rate, and go ahead and get your services free, right? And then, of course, here it's talking about partnering with a company that gives back. Every protection plan, we donate $2 from each protection plan to the Youth Financial Literacy Program. And you guys can see here the actual amount of scholarships that we have been able to donate over the years, starting in 2016 with $100,000 to 2020 with $400,000. And amazingly enough, guys, we just came back from a beautiful convention where we actually got to see a beautiful young lady walk across stage and receive $30,000 in scholarship. Like, I got goosebumps on my arms, guys, just saying that, because I know if kids have the opportunity to go ahead and change their future because I'm helping other people, that's just God blessing more people in return, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And this year alone, we gave over $600,000. So here's what our customers have to say. Debbie in South Carolina, thank you for the excellent service you provide over and over again to the customers. I feel so glad and so proud to be a part of this customer. The customer service is superb, consistent, and keep up the good work. I mean, anytime I call them for anything, seconds, they have it done. Clients need anything, seconds, it's taken care of. And then we have here Roderick in Texas, amazing. I signed up as a customer, and within 2 months, I had 11 items deleted from my credit report. I had several mortgage late payments that were updated to reflect paid as agreed. And as a result, I was able to refinance my home and save over $750 a month on my mortgage. The interest rate dropped from 14.75% to 5.750%. Thanks a million, United Credit Education Services. And guys, we will tell you from start to finish, stick with us. Trust us, stick with the program, do what your mentor is telling you, because this is exactly what we have done to help millions of customers see results, guys. And I know my screens are jumping a little ahead here, you know, technology, right? But you definitely want to take control of your financial future today, guys. You guys spend $3 a day on McDonald's, you spend it on candy, you might smoke cigarettes, you might give it to your kid for lunch money, right? But at the end of the day, $3 a day investment, that's exactly what we need to go ahead and change our life. So that's my portion, guys. Drop some ones in the chat if I gave you guys some knowledge. Drop some flames in there if you're excited for the services and the potential that you have now, knowing what late payments and derogatory remarks are worth on your credit. You guys have a lot of room for improvement, team. So now I have the amazing opportunity to bring my mentor, my coach, the gentleman who reached his hand out to me and said, Bianca, I'm going to help you. You don't have to live 7 years with bad credit. You don't have to be broke anymore. You can change your destiny. You can change your future. And I'm going to go ahead and bring on Mr. Rob Santiago. He's such a selfless gentleman, and he's here to help everybody win. And I couldn't imagine anybody else to hop on the line with me for this presentation. Mr. Santiago, are you here?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. I'm glad, man. Well, put some flames in the chat for Bianca, guys. I know we got like 70 plus people, so that's a lot of fire, a lot of energy in the chat. Her testimony is so powerful. And to see, like, you know, the score go up, man, to see her husband take that risk. And I'm grateful for her for saying that, you know, took a chance on me. You know, how many people take a chance on you, right? This individual seen me a couple years ago starting to share this information with people, and because she's seen a stranger on social media sharing this information, she was able to get results. She was able to now, you know, make an income from home, save money, make money, like all the good came from that, right? So shout out to her and the whole team, what they've been able to do. Guys, like she said, my name is Rob Santiago. I'm a vice president with this company. Right? That's our new logo, right? United Wealth Education Service. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what this company did for us. Me coming from a banking background, to go further beyond that, I'm born in Puerto Rico, raised in New York City. I've been in the state of Florida since 2004. Since the company existed, they came out in 2004. They've been sharing this information for over 17 plus years. And I've seen so many testimonies, and one testimony walked through my bank. I used to be a bank manager for Bank of America. And I had a client of mine with a very similar story to Bianca's. Came in, seen 100+ point increase. And again, I don't know if y'all like me. I was like, bro, like, how did you do that? Like, everybody I know got less than perfect credit. So how were you able to get all of those items deleted? Because I got people who walk in and out my bank every day with bad credit. How can I help them too? And when they shared that information that Bianca went over, I was mind blown. I was already impressed with the price and what they could do and the results. But everything else that came included with it, the will and trust, the identity theft protection, there's not a company out there that compares it. And then they gave me the opportunity to make money with the business and share it with other people. Guys, even if I wasn't getting paid from this company, I was already sharing it when I first got started. It just did such an impact to my clients, to some of my family. Salute to my family. I have a bunch of family members now that's over the 700 club, right? They walk and talk different. I love to see it. And it's because we made it important. Someone made it important. Someone brought it to your awareness that your credit needs to be changed in order for you to start leveling up. And then they introduced you to this webinar. It wasn't that hard, right? All I did was share this information. I didn't have to sell nobody to get, I didn't have to sell Bianca and her husband to get their credit fixed and delete negative items from the report. I didn't have to convince them to go from a company that was charging them $200 a month to a company that was charging $89 with more value. I didn't have to convince nobody to do that. All I did was share the information and share the opportunity that not only can you get your credit fixed, but how many people do you know that want to make extra income, right? We're going to go into some more info on here, but one of the main important slides for me is this one that shows time, something that you can't buy back, right? It doesn't matter how much we work and how much material things come in and out of our lives, but that one time, it doesn't come back, man. That's one thing that keeps ticking, right? And no matter what, it doesn't wait for anybody. And a lot of us waste it. A lot of us, is not our choice, right? We got to go to work. We got to work 2 and 3 jobs and we lose out on time. But this company was able to give me my time freedom on top of a financial freedom with the company. What they've been able to do, leverage the program. I was able to leverage the program. It was a push start business, right? I didn't really have to create anything. All the websites were created for me, all the materials, the program was all set in stone for me to just share the information with people and start making an income. Like I told you, from 2004 is when this company got started. Think about it, 17 plus years, and they're hitting their peak right now. We're doing more than we've ever done. We've blessed over 250,000 families over the last couple of years. That don't count the amount of money that we did in donations. Like Bianca said, over $2 million in donations just to educate the students so they don't have to grow up and use our services. How transparent is that company, right? And you consistently sales growth, right? Continue every single year. And the company's debt free. Like, I don't know how many companies you know that have the same 2 key executives for 17 years and they out of debt. I'm just saying, right? Shout out to our CEOs, but think about how many people are in the gig economy right now to try to eliminate that debt. I was there. Can y'all relate? One in the chat. You ever had to work another extra job on the side just to make ends meet, right? To put Pampers on the kids, to feed them, to keep the lights on, like what Bianca said, to stay out of being homeless. How many people had to do the Uber, the Lyft, right? Selling baked goods at the house. I don't care what you're doing, but you in the gig economy. I grew up in the gig economy. I don't know if y'all can relate. Like, I'm from East Harlem. She was talking about the city in Harlem. Everybody's in the gig economy. They're working 2 and 3 jobs trying to support, and especially after this pandemic. So when I found out that there was a way for me to make an income and I didn't have to get in my car and leave my house, I didn't have to go risk my life in the middle of the night, I didn't have to go deliver nobody's food, I didn't have to buy an inventory and keep that. You telling me right from where I'm at right now with the phone that I already use all day, if I happen to have a laptop, cool, I could generate an income more than what I was making at the bank? Nah, how? how does that happen? Where? Sign me up. I'm ready for that. right? When they told me that I can work my own hours, I had never done that before. When they told me I could work with people who I wanted to work with, I had never done that before, right? I don't know if y'all can relate. They usually tell you who you got to work with. They usually tell you what hours you have to work. If you're part-time or full-time, you decide that at the beginning. All right. The opportunity to help people, that's one of my favorite things. But being able to work from anywhere. Guys, I talk about time freedom. I'm big on family, man. My kids are everything to me. When I lost rights, when I had to go to court, and I'm not gonna get into the story, you guys will read between the lines, but I lost time, right? Away from the time when I was already when my kids got out of school at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, which I don't know how they do that in Florida. In New York, it used to be 3, 4 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and I get out of work at 4:30. And that's early to me, right? I don't know how many people get out at 6, 7. The kids got to go to daycare and the extra care. And that extra 2, 3 hours a day was killing me at the job. I said, man, I got to do something different. I got to be able to eliminate the jobs that I have. How am I be able to do it? In a company I never heard of before. But the program that they're sharing is so valuable, and 9 out of 10 people need it. I see a massive opportunity, not only income-wise, but you telling me I could do this from anywhere at any time, even with my kids by my side, I'm down for that. So when I learned the difference between the residual income and the linear income, it was a big change for me. Like linear income, obviously, right? You go into work, you trade in dollars for hours, right? You're going to clock in 80, you're going to get paid 80. Residual income is a different type of living, man. You do the job once and you get paid over and over again. Think about it as a bank manager. I wish the bank did this. If I sold a mortgage or I got somebody in a home loan, and every time they pay their mortgage, I got a piece of that money. What? Oh, man. If you're a banker on the line, you go crazy. Think it's the same thing with the residual income. I help a client get enrolled to this program by just sharing the info, sharing my link that the company provided. I get paid one time for that. And then now every time that the client uses the service, I'm making a residual income every month, regardless if I'm working. Man, I don't know if y'all hear me. Traditional marketing, right, has changed. 84% of people still choose word of mouth. I think it's more than that. I think there's a lot of services and products that I've leveraged in my life because other people recommend it. There's movies, there's restaurants, right? There's certain cars that I drive now because someone else recommended it to me. So I know that definitely hasn't changed. I think that increased. I know our company giving us the ability to add a side income. Like Bianca said, we can help clients add their rent to their credit report. How valuable is that? How many renters do you know that are willing to pay $9.95 to get their rent added? Yeah, I know a lot. Someone who doesn't have a credit card. How many people are in that situation that their credit cards are in collections and they don't have good enough credit to get credit? I don't know if y'all following me, because even as a banker, I used to see people come in and try to establish a card and they couldn't. I've seen people with their credit so bad they could have opened a savings account. And I'm not even joking about that. It's so serious. So now having the ability to get a credit card without a credit check on top of the credit restoration program, guys, any room we walk into, we become valuable. 9 out of 10 people need something that we provide. If it's adding that rent, adding that credit card, or removing those negative items from the report. But what more people need? An income. How many people think in the world got less than perfect credit and need to make extra money? That's all I needed to hear. I was like, man, so I could show them how to make money with the business from home while they getting their own credit fixed. Because I don't know if I mentioned that or I missed it, but as a consultant with our company, you get your own credit fixed like a customer. You are a customer still. You just get a referral website link, and now every time someone signs up because you referred them, you make $100 plus a $12 monthly residual, like I explained to you. And now you get to choose the people that you introduce this to. You want to work smarter, not harder, right? I seen Bianca on social media. She had her own business. She was selling clothes. She was selling this. I said, Bianca, how many of your customers that you sell clothes to probably got less than perfect credit? So you could come in as a customer and get your credit fixed, you and your husband, but one of y'all two is the hustler. And with all due respect, usually it's the woman, right? So shout out to her. I'm like, yo, right now, how many other people can you refer to this program? Not only can you get your credit fixed, but you can make money too. Can I ask you a question? Do you know a realtor? Yes. Do you know a car salesman? Yes. Who did your taxes? Yes. the Spectrum guy, the T-Mobile guy, all of them have a customer base already. So when I'm trying to teach you how to scale this thing, you go talk with the realtor who have customers that can't qualify. Talk with the solar rep who has customers that can't qualify. Not only do they have customers who can't qualify, 80, 90% of the time, they need their own credit fix. Sorry, there's a lot of realtors out there that can't buy a house for themselves. There's a lot of solar reps out there that can't get the solar for themselves because they need their own credit fix. So think about how you blessing people. And now when you put them in that position, now they get enrolled as a consultant with the company. Now you get paid for that too. Anywhere between 100 and 560 bucks. Obviously, the goal is to get to 560, right? If you brand new, you bring on your first consultant, you help them get their first 2 customers, that's 100 bucks. You hit field trainer, that's the first title, now it's a $60 increase. Same process. You bring on a new consultant, help them with their first 2 customers. Agent comes in, signs up 2 clients, you get paid. Point blank. As a sales director and above, guys, that's $380. That's all I was thinking. My part-time job, I was doing 30 hours a week, 20 to 30 hours a week. And I was making $300 to $400 a week on my part-time. So you telling me as a sales director, I enroll 1 person on my team and I help that 1 person get 2 people from their network to get signed up. And I get paid $380 for that. Yeah, I'm down. So what that did was eliminate my second job. I'm not telling you leave what you have right now. Supplement it, right? You're going to eventually be able to walk away like I did when I hit the regional sales director position. Now $430 every time we brought a new consultant on the team. Now, thankfully, we were able to get by the executive sales director position. Now we're currently at vice president. And as you can see, it's $500. So you're talking about if I do this once a week, 1 agent and 2 customers a week is $2,000 in income as a vice president, not counting the residual, not counting the $100 per person, not counting the team of agents that I have. How can you build? The average consumer is making $2,500 to $3,000 a month right now. So think about what this can do for you. Again, shout out to all of our mentors that paved the way. There's a reason why somebody's at 560. Right? Because they were able to go out there and do that. But that sales director position, I don't want to stay there because that's where the bonuses really continue to grow. Now you get a profit share in the business. Think about if you ran a McDonald's or you have 15 McDonald's and every time a McDonald's did a certain amount of business, you got a percentage of that. Same thing as a franchise. Right now, every consultant that you bring on your team is a new business. I brought a realtor, that's a new business. I brought a tax professional, that's a new business. So now I get a percentage of what my whole team did together. Not just me, what my whole team did. So now $10,000 and above every month with your team, you get a percentage of that. And that percentage grows as long as your team grows, as long as the amount of people that you help grow. Because if you chase the dollar sign in this business, you'll be out of breath. And out of money. You got to be into the helping people business, right? If you into helping people and you really go out there with that mindset to be like, you know what? I want to educate somebody today on what they need to be with their finances. And because I educated more people, God bless me in return with more income. I just want you to think about away from the dollars and go towards the help. Go towards the support, the rewards that the company gives you, right? Again, I worked for a lot of different businesses in my life, but I've never been taken care of like this before. My first 50 customers, I started getting gifts in the mail, right? It kept growing. The gifts got bigger. Next thing you know, there was a leather jacket. Next thing you know, it was a leather backpack, right? And we skipped over the Shinola watch, which was a blessing because we were able to step into the first level of the R&R club, rest and relaxation. This company, after 500 referrals, not just you, your whole team, you start getting a $600 monthly car allowance. I worked for AmScout for 6 years. I work for Bank of America, just about the same. That's 12 years in finance, 13 years before I stepped in here. Not one time did I get anything for my car. not even a gas card. No offense to them. God bless them, right? Because they taught me everything I knew. But I knew that even if it took me 5 years, can y'all be real? Let's be real for a second. Can we have a real conversation? If it took you 5 years of sharing this information for you to get a $600 car note paid for, would you still do it? Or would you just work your 5 years at your regular job and not get it, period? I'm just saying. I was like, look, I'm going to work 5 years for somebody anyway. So you telling me eventually, if I get these out and I shared this with enough people, I could have a car paid. I'm all about that. And guys, I could sit here today and tell you after 2.5 years, on my 3rd year in this business, I have a brand new car being covered by this. Every single month, $600 every month is going towards my new car, right? Level 2 is a $10,000 cash bonus one time. Salute to my mentor, to my wife to be, to a couple individuals and to our team that we're around the corner from that. Level 3 is a $1,500 car allowance. If I show you my wife's car, if I show you the kind of car that she drives, because she's a level 3 recipient, shout out to her. I'll tell you, there's a lot of boss ladies out here. So if you are here listening, she's a level 3. It's a $1,500. We get $2,100 in car allowances as a couple. So if you have your spouse in mind, absolutely get them involved with this, because there's no better. Having a car paid, there's nothing better than having a car paid, except for you and your wife having a car paid. I'm just saying, right? That it works out like that. Level 4 is a $25,000 cash bonus. Salute to her. Her team is right around the corner from that. I'm so excited for them. Level 5, $50,000 cash bonus. Salute to our mentors around the corner from that. Level 6 is a $5,000 monthly mortgage. I can't wait. I can't wait till me and my other half hit that. Right now, we pay $1,700 on the mortgage. I remember when Bianca was asking about rent. See somebody paying $2,400, $1,800, $2,000. God, we went from $1,700 in rent to less than $1,700 in a mortgage. But now we own it, right? So think about what $5,000 would look like if I got this thing. Oh man, like I'm just excited about where the future is leading. If we were able to hit the first, second, and level, right? Level 7 through 10 is a dream still. I'm living a dream right now. But I can't wait to see what this retirement is going to look like. I can't wait to be able to disperse that retirement throughout my family so they could be blessed with the time that they have left on this earth. I can't wait. It's beyond me. It's beyond me. But the company, the support, the systems that they have, like I said, the website's created, online back office created. You got customer agent support. You ain't got to figure it out on your own. Weekly pay for the people who work weekly. If you don't work, you're not getting paid, right? Life insurance up to $100,000. Guys, $100,000 in life insurance. With all the marketing, everything's done. The payments, so again, just to recap it, it's $288 as a standard client, and you've seen what it was able to do for Bianca and her other half. And that's one of hundreds, if not thousands, of testimonies that we have. Or you can still come in, you still a customer / agent, right? You paid $299 one time. I paid $299 in December 2017. It's the best $299 I ever spent or invested, right? You invest that, and now you get in your credit fix, you get in the life insurance, and if you refer 3 people to the company, you made all your money back. It didn't seem like a crazy risk to me. I'm like, bro, I've spent more money on dinners and drinks and club nights and possibly a couple pair of shoes. Don't judge me, right? And I spent that amount of money to make an investment, get my own credit fixed, and make money. It was a no-brainer. But the goal is to help you get 5 people. Because if you come in as a customer, you refer 5, the 89 is waived. You come in as an agent, you refer 5, the 89 is waived. You got your business for free. You got your credit fixed for free. And you made money. And you got a check in the mail or direct deposit if you're anything like me. I like it fast. right into the account. So that's the apps that come included, teach you how to leverage. Everything's there for you, including the mentorship. You see what Bianca said at one point, we were strangers, but now I've mentored her to where she's one of the leaders in our organization. She went from a stranger on Facebook, having faith in God and saying, something's telling me to trust this man. I trusted him. My credit score went up. And not only did my credit score go up, so did my net worth. Oof. I don't know if y'all hearing me. There's a couple people that got off too early. Shout out to our mentors that paved the way for me, because I was able to pave the way for them. And now she's paving the way for others, right? Shout out to Nicola Smith-Jackson, First Pinnacle Senior Vice President. Shout out to Ashton Henry, right, for paving the way for all of us. Alfred Nixon, all of these individuals right here, these three pillars, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. I give them so much love, so much homage, and I respect the decision that they made 5.5 years ago to start building this business, because it took me away from corporate America. It brought me closer to my family. It got me a new wife, a new car, a new house. When I tell you it was the best $299 I ever invested, and I made a bunch of friends. These individuals that I'm showing you, Tony Camilleri, Bobby Kim, Sabrina Lou, all of their stories are so powerful. When I first heard this, I was on the other side of this webinar. Now I know them personally. I've learned from them. They've helped me grow as a leader in the company. And all I did was make a decision. I said, look, I'm ready to get started. If you're scared to invest $299 just to get your credit fixed or to make income, you're not ready to buy a house. You're not ready to live a better life. If you can't, I know people that really went out and they're like, Rob, it's going to take me $299 or $188, regardless of the fact I don't have the money right now, but I'm going to go find it, because I know if I don't make a change right now, nothing in my life is going to change. For me, it was easy, no brainer. Even if I lost a 300, I'm going to get it back somehow, right? Go make it happen. I'm ready to go. You got a couple additional questions? I did too. I got right back to the person that invited me. That's what I recommend you to do. Or C, you're not interested in making any additional income, that's okay. We're more client-based anyway. The services, it's what it's all about. Getting your finances in order, getting your credit right, buying the house, buying the car, getting that promotion. Either direction that you go is a win-win. But the secret of getting ahead is getting started. You guys, 80% of the job, y'all did it. Y'all showed up. The other 20% is taking action, right? Make sure that you reach back out to that person who invited you. Thank them. Take them out to eat. Take them for drinks. Invite me with you. And I'm just grateful that, you were able to be here to hear this information from Bianca and myself. Thank you guys for your time tonight. God bless, and we will see you at the top.